Hello, hello, hello. Sorry. Was trying to set up a couple of things. How is everyone? Good morning or good evening, depending on where you're from. Hey, what's in plugged in? What's up plugged in? Oh, poop. What's up, Aerocrow? Romel, Isabella, Asmo, Michael. Hey, what's up? Oh, Lanchana. Hello from India. Hello. How are you? Hey, if you are Dan. Hello. So today's content is about the update. Is about this. So inside of the official Ants Discord, you can read about the Barren Wasteland. Unfortunately, I am in Lost Island, and I didn't realize once I joined I wouldn't be able to see anything about it. But I want to talk about the Barren Wasteland. That is the number one discussion I have. Thanks, Willie. I unfortunately don't have all the resources I normally would because I have been very busy with work. I haven't been able to do much exploring myself. Unfortunately, I'm working 70 to 80-hour work weeks right now, and I dropped a 500-pound pallet on my foot a couple of days ago. So Shane, I wouldn't necessarily quit now, but I will tell you that my alliance intends on quitting on the on the 17th day to make it. Yeah, Michael, it was not fun. I was thankfully wearing my composite toed shoes. So like my toes are fine, but I like bruised and potentially fractured up above it. They couldn't get like a definitive thing from the x-rays, I guess, so I have to go back there eventually to get it looked at. That yeah, probably Willie. It would have been significantly worse if I was not wearing my steel toed. Not gonna lie, it would have been pretty brutal. I got really lucky. Most people where I work do not wear them, but I'm a weirdo, so not to the best of my knowledge, Mom, but I've been hecka busy, so I haven't been able to talk to anyone really. I'm actually on medical leave right now, which is why I can even do this live. I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't on medical leave, there's no way I'd be able to do this live. My mental wouldn't be able to handle it. That's fair, Mom. Again, I don't have any new information or special information beyond like what's shared on the Discord. I haven't been able to look into it. I don't have any knowledge about it, so I just wanted to kind of give my first impression, watch through it with you guys, look through it with you guys, and you know, get your guys' conversations on it. This one still cracks me up. I got fairly lucky, Willie. My golden crystal is 5-star. My leaf devour is working on 5-star, so my luck has not been poor. I think I've been to like 6 or 7 Lost Islands. I don't know, Willie. Yeah. I mean, Trina, it's no different than, you know, server wide. So we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. So this is called the Infinite Land initially, I guess. That has like nothing in it. See, this is part 2, so that's part 1. It was called the Infinite Land. Now it's called the Barren Land in part 2. The foragers actually arrived at the island, had already brought up him the message. It was not as barren as they thought. On the contrary, massive resources hide beneath it. Bear is extremely excited, and they finally see a full view of the land. The help of flying ants. Flying ants? What kind of information do you catch from this picture? So, all right. If we remember, which is what this warning is about, I put out a YouTube video, and shortly after, like 20 minutes after this video was put out, or this warning was put out, you know, Quinky Dink. There was a leak that there was going to be 6 special ants, and I know that we've seen, or 9 special ants. I know we've seen 6, so I wonder if this is hinting that there's going to be some flying special ants as well. I haven't looked at the 6, so I don't even know. Maybe some of those fly, but I looked at them briefly last live, and they didn't have any skills. So, anyways, don't trust me. That's what this says. But if you're here, you know to trust me. Okay. Part 3. After taking a close look, they found the landscape of this land quite similar to Lost Island, but with a little difference. So it's literally the exact same. There's still a giant elephant in the middle. You know, that's an elephant right here. I don't know what else you guys are talking about. You know, there's a trunk. That's the head. There's the tail of the elephant. Those are the feet. You know, it looks like there's another Area 51, so we got 2 different Area 51s instead of 1. If there's gonna be 3 alliances, Trina, I do think that the difficulty will be close to that of Lost Island Beta. Trina, if you don't mind sending me screenshots of the special ant skills, I can't view them. Since I am in the since I'm in Lost Island, I cannot view them. If we look here, I can't view them, which is ridiculous to me. Why would you remove that function? But I can't view them. So if someone wants to send them to me, I would love to give a first reaction, but I don't have them. So there's an elephant in the middle still. Yeah, Trina, I mean, there's an Area 51, but you said there are 3 alliances, so it's... Alright, thanks, Trina. You said there are 3 alliances, so I'm a little bit confused how this is gonna work. Like, is it gonna be 1, 2, 3 alliances? This is like Clash, this is Clash. This is gonna be a giant wonder area, and then this will be like divided as you need it with the alliances? Right, 3v3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then like divide the resources as needed, divide the resources as needed. Clash area, wonder. The elephant gets to be a wonder. Yeah, that's kind of like the best that I can think of. Oh, literally shows it. All right, guess I should have just looked at the next one. Yeah, so 1, 2. I mean, first impression, teal looks way better than red. It's kind of interesting that it's gonna be open here too, but I guess that makes sense. That way they can touch here. I would assume this is one giant area instead of being 2 separate ones like it is in Last Island. Interesting. So like your most defensive alliance or like your weakest alliance should definitely go here. And definitely go here. That's interesting. No, I do not. I do not have any interest of playing another game from these developers. To be honest, I would rather play other games, but yeah. See, now this one leaves out this area and this area. That's interesting again. Like, that's very odd that they would leave out this area and this area. Almost, Rachel. It almost sounds like maybe something you unlock after you have T10 of a troop. Well, yeah, the middle might be Clash, but why is this one highlighted in yellow, right? This yellow versus green makes me feel like this is Clash and this picture is just wrong. Like, they tried to make it look pretty, and they're just idiots. That's how I kind of view that. Faction initial place ×2, alliance initial place ×6, land of clashes ×5, abundance ×1. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fact that this is still 2 separate areas and there's going to be tunnels dividing it is ridiculous. This should have been one solid area. This should have been one solid area, but yeah. This picture is just because they're idiots. Got it. You literally can't invade into faction initial places. I do not like that. I do not like that. Ah. So, Mike, you think that's the Queen 30? I mean, the leaks that I had did say that there would be a Queen 30 here shortly, so maybe. I do not like the faction area. No, Willie, it looks like... So, no one will be able to invade your faction initial area. The Alliance initial place, the faction wonder, I assume will require coordination between the 3 alliances, or at least 2 of them. And this one will be PvP, but if we look at the area... If we look at the new area, like... If one alliance decides to go passive and quit, they get so many more resources, because it says here there's a lot more resources in this area. So like, if one of your 3 alliances goes passive, you're going to basically get steamrolled, kind of like the first Lost Island. The first batch of Lost Islands, you could get steamrolled so easy. Like, I was a part of the beta, right? And the beta Lost Island, if like one of your allies gave up 1 spot, like 1 layer level 3, you were just steamrolled the rest of the event. So I assume, based off of how this is broken up, the resources in one of these areas, if they're not fought for, and you know this alliance decides to do nothing about like this area, you'll just get steamrolled and the game will be ruined for the other 2 alliances. So you don't conquer a wonder, you destroy it? Interesting. Okay. I don't like where, or like, the top one definitely has the best wonder placement. Interesting. You can't even see where these lines are, but the middle one definitely has the best placement. There are 5 sections in the neutral area corresponding to 5 different wonders. Resources are abundant in this area. So basically saying if you don't fight over this, you will get steamrolled. Normal status destroyed. So like, do you destroy it for resources and then it grows back? I wonder if you don't occupy them so you can like fight over them constantly to get those resources. Wild. So my guess is here, you hit the wonder, you get resources from it, so both sides could be hitting it simultaneously. So now instead of establishing like a set time when you're gonna attack it, you have to attack it when it comes off cooldown. That would be my assumption, right? Because it has a normal status and a destroyed status. So as you're hitting it, it's a normal status. Once you've taken all the resources, it's destroyed. And then say it has like an 8-hour, 24-hour cooldown, it goes back to normal status. So instead of being able to say as an alliance, okay, we're going to schedule this at X time, fit everyone's sleep schedule, you're going to have to wake up or you're going to have to miss out on whatever resources for the normal status. I have 0 farm accounts. Mike, if I were everyone, I would quit. If I had any say in it, I would quit. %100%, absolutely. Without doing Lost Island or without doing Barren Wasteland, you're gonna fall behind. That's essentially what happens. New game mode must be a part of it. So I understand that concern, but I think the disadvantage of like 3v3 regular duels, SVS, probably like the exotic shells, the new special ants having access to them at the right time, etc., far outweighs the benefits of going through Lost Island again. Michael, I would not wait for Barren if there is not an announcement that it's going to come out in X days, because it may be time gated, if that makes sense, Michael. So there's a chance that if you don't go to Lost Island, you can't get the Lost Island season special ants, which are insane, right? Each faction has an insane special ant from that island, and the hatch, if we look at it, I don't know if it'll say it on mine anymore, but the hatch, yeah, it doesn't say it on mine anymore. But when you first log into Lost Island, it'll say, you can hatch them during Lost Island only, and then after you fully complete a 1 full rotation of Lost Island, you can hatch them from normal eggs. Just LI, Trina. And Willie, if you don't have Barren but you see Lost Island, in order to get Lost Island ants, I guess I don't know if Barren's gonna offer both, right? There's a chance maybe Barren offers both, and I'm wrong, because obviously I haven't done Barren Wasteland before, but this has like an exclusive disclaimer that says you cannot hatch these Lost Island ants until after you've completed 1 full rotation of Lost Island. So, all right, I'm gonna look at these Lost Island ants. This is Ooh, so you can choose Crimson Frigger, Ruby Sunder, or Dusky Lurker. The only right choice in this, participate in the season to get a selective season special ant. The only correct choice is Dusky Lurker. Yeah, no problem, Michael. Dusky Lurker is the only good, like Crimson Frigger, you should have at least 2 copies of. It's whatever. Ruby Slender is a horrible ant, probably the second worst in the game, right behind White Velvet. And the only reason White Velvet is worse is because it costs $500 to get and a dupe. Yeah, Dusky Lurker is insane, both PvP and PvE. Dusky Lurker is insane, especially at 5-star. The fact that we're gonna get this gives me hope that one, Lost Island special ants will be available to hatch from these special eggs, because these are all Lost Island ants. And I mean, you get to choose a Dusky Lurker. That's insane. Willie, I'm sorry. Ruby Slender's awful. So that's huge. Dusky Lurker is huge. I will be going for that on my accounts. Oh, look. Wise Berserker's there. Nimble Treant's there. Yo, scratch what I said about Lost Island. If you can sign up for Barren, there's no reason to do Lost Island. Because all of them are there. Golden Crystal, Gravedigger, Blood Giant, Leaf Devourer, Jet Black, Shield Warden, Predator, Nimble Treant, Wise Berserker. They're all there. I mean, all of the special ants that are troop specific. You don't get access to Dusky Lurker, Crimson Frigger, or Ruby Slender, it looks like, but those are all in the selective eggs, and you want Dusky Lurker. Yeah, Willie, it does look like that, but if you see Lost Island pop up and you don't see Barren pop up, you should do Lost Island so your orange eggs can hatch them sooner. And Discord will have announcements about whether or not you know, when the Barren Wasteland is going to come up, and you can just vote to quit Lost Island once that pops up. So if you only have the choice of Lost Island, I would not wait. Exactly, Willie. So you should sign up for Lost Island still, but if both pop up at the same time, 100% you sign up for Barren before you sign up for Lost Island. Anubis, they're both great. I would prefer GT NTA Wise Berserker if your Giant Tooth is 5-star and level 10 Green Awaken. Alright, Hairy Panther has a 50% chance to deal 260% damage to the enemy squad with the highest power, and a 41% chance to suppress them, causing them unable to move for 1 round. So we get another CC ant. And this is for guard. And the number 1357 round has a 60% chance to deal 160% special ant damage to all enemy squads. That's not a lot considering it's guards. And it's squad guardian ants attack and defense plus 1% guardian ant attack. Okay. So this is heavy PvP ant. Got it. Or a heavy damage ant. So if this is paired with like Giant Tooth and Slim Arch, I mean, this skill does a lot of damage. And this one's effective range is 5, so being in the back row is totally fine. You can put Giant Tooth and Slim Arched in the front, or Giant Tooth and another ant in the front, and then put this one in the back to have the best chance of proccing skill 8. Okay. Fairy Panther seems very good for guards. The first 3 rounds, its squad enters strong guard status, unable to launch normal attacks, but significantly reducing the damage taken by 32%. That's totally fine. So this is a front row ant. Its damage is going to be reduced by 32%, all the way up to 60% when it's starred up. Normal attacks don't do much damage for guards. It's all about the special ants. This is totally an okay ability. It's interesting. It puts it as a tank, but I think it'd be very good for free to play, assuming the rest of the special ant's good. Sorry for the quality of the video. It's a recording. It's the best I have. I don't have access to it any other way. I apologize. Has a 50% chance to deal 130% plus, so 180% damage to 1 random enemy squad and silence them for 1 round. Okay, so you can run Giant Tooth and Savage Charge. So Savage Charge, Giant Tooth, and Hairy Duskery in the same one. The Slim Arch has fallen so far out of meta. Maybe the Awaken skill for Slim Arch will eventually bring it back, but Slim Arch is so far out of meta that's not even funny. So this would replace Slim Arch. Thanks, Mom. I'd appreciate it. You should be able to post in like a special ant thing. If you want to create a channel or DM me. I have a doctor's appointment for my teeth and then for my foot, but I can create a channel for you once you take the screenshots. This would replace Slim Arch. This goes up to 60% chance. Slim Arch, if I recall properly, is like 40. One sec. %30 chance. Yikes. Going up to 40%. Yeah, Slim Arch. So Slim Arch has already fallen out of favor, and this would 100% remove Slim Arch from Guardian lineup irreversibly. I really like this ant already, especially paired up. So it looks kind of like the Lost Island ants. Where they're paired up together, they do even better, right? Like in PvP, I'm running Gravedigger and Golden Crystal in the same one, and it's insane, especially with Whipped. I almost think that this also, we can infer that there will be another 3 insects that will create these special ants to become even more insane. Because like Whip Scorpion came out after the poison special ants, and it makes them even more insane, right? So I think this will do the exact same. Heat Rays came out after, with Godzilla came out after Nimble Tree Ant, like, and that revolves around normal attacks. I can't remember guard, but I'm sure it does something relatively the same where it boosts the special ant that it's with, right? So I assume there'll be a special ant or an insect that will enhance all of these as well. So that's pretty nutty. Attack, defense, health. Ooh, skill 7's health. That's pretty good. Okay, so 2 control effects. You pair it with Giant Tooth in the middle row. Now you have 3 special ants, 3 control effects. You're boosting the damage. This is 2, 4, and 6. Harry was 1, 3, 5, and 7, where it hit all of them. So now you're hitting them at all times. Yeah, I'm digging it. Okay, Willie, if you already have T9 shooter and you don't have T9 carrier, you are making a mistake by setting yourself back 2 weeks. If you decided to T9 everyone before you did advanced combat, then it's fine, switch wherever you want. But yeah. All right. Oh, I missed one of the guards. My bad. Oh no, there's only 2 each. There's only 2 each. That's right. Then Willie, I would just go T10 shooter. Mike, this is my PvP lineup. One sec. That's my PvP lineup. Gravedigger, Ghost, Golden Crystal, Giant Tooth, Crimson Frigger, Slim Arch, first Shikari Master, and then I'm working on T10 Guardians. Yeah, I'm working on T10 Guardians, and my Leaf Devourer does have another copy, so I can 5-star it. I just converted it to a 5-star on Golden Crystal last week, so I'm gonna start working on stars on Leaf Devourer. All right. In the first 3 rounds, all shooter and squads attack plus 62%. And normal attack damage plus 82%. I don't like that it's normal attack and that's getting a boost in damage, but shooters do focus on attack, and like with Godzilla where you sacrifice HP in order to boost attack already, this might be okay because damage is multiplicative of attack. So a boost of 82% all the way up to 125% could be pretty insane. We'll see what the rest of the special land has to offer. Mike, I have 3 strong marches instead of 1 insane OP march. In my 1v1 duels, sorry, I know this is off topic, everyone. In my 1v1 duels, I apparently don't have it set up that way. I run Golden Crystal. Yeah, I don't even have Gravedigger in here. I just prefer Ghost so much. But I could, because I'm running Whip. If I was running Emperor Scorpion or had Emperor Scorpion as a companion, I'd do this. I don't have that luxury. So. Alright. Back on topic. Sorry, everyone. Alright, in the first 3 rounds, all our shooter squads have 57% to enter splash status. The normal attack will deal 100% plus special ant level damage to 2 other enemy squads. So this is pairing well with Devil Flower and Godzilla. Interesting. So it's more versatile. Shooter ant health, because this is like a front row ant. You can already see skill 2 and skill 4 die out after the first 4 rounds. I'm not in love with that, but maybe the insects will make up for it. In the first 3 rounds, why did that continue to go? In the first 3 rounds, frontline enters, counterattack status. When receiving a normal attack, has a 100% chance to counterattack, dealing 90% plus to the attacker. So this is all about normal attack. This will go really, really good with Godzilla. It will not go that well with Devil Flower, even though it has a splash effect. Splash doesn't really stack. So this, and it doesn't do anything better because it has a splash effect. So this will go really well with Godzilla and the monster ability that splits HP into attack. Exactly, Anubis. That sounds great, especially with Godzilla. I don't know how much I'd cry against that at Tan. I mean, after the first 3 rounds, it's useless. So like, if like Gravedigger and Giant Tooth in the same lineup, like this is gonna take place of one of your CCs, so I get to hit you with CC, and I have combat speed on you typically. It's not as scary as it should be. I mean, again, this is theory. This is just my first impressions. This ant looks like it goes really good with Godzilla, but Godzilla was only for sale for a month and only for X time. So it's really hard for me to say that this ant's going to be very good, minus that specific group that already has Godzilla, right? If you have Godzilla, this ant looks great. If you don't have Godzilla, I'm not very impressed with it. Now, there might be another insect that comes out, like I was talking about for Guardians. The previous batch of Lost Island ants had special insects that came out that boosted them. So, you know, there's a lot of positive to that. But this doesn't impress me unless I consider Godzilla. And then I'm still not sure if I'm impressed. Although I think it'd go really good with Nimble Treant and Wise Berserker, like was recommended in the in chat. Weaver Ant has 70% chance to trigger. Oh my gosh! Remove negative status from 2 random squads and increase their defense and health by 31%. Okay, so this is counter carrier. So if this is the one that you meant, carriers cry against that ant. Yeah, this is counter carrier by far. But it's very like you have to not be silenced. And it has to hit the squads that are silenced. But it looks good. Goes up to 85%. I like it. That skill looks good. Or against carriers, yeah. But only against carriers, really. In the first 3 rounds, the combat speed of 2 random shooter squads +6 goes up to +90. It has a 100% chance to take double hit, making normal attacks +1. Combos cannot be stacked. Again, really good with Godzilla, really good with Nimble Treant, really good with Wise Berserker. Doesn't sound great by itself, but it looks really good with other special ants. Yeah, absolutely, Willie. This will definitely help with against carriers. But this, again, looks really good with Godzilla, Nimble Treant, Wise Berserker, that new special ant that we just went over. Like, and you can only fit so many supports, right? Like, Wise Berserker is pretty insane as a DPS, but I don't know if he's insane enough to have 2 supports in there. But maybe, but you can't run all 3 of these supports. You'd have to choose. Okay. Each time when 2 random enemy squads take damage, that damage they take will increase by 5%. The maximum effect can be superimposed to 80%, 24%, and then 80%. I don't know if this would be good paired with Lathy. I think this one might be okay paired with Lathy Sniffer right here, but the other one would be way better for Nimble Treant, Wise Berserker, and then that other one in the mix. I think I prefer that other one over this one in most situations. Now, if you know you're going up against a carrier with poison like Gravedigger, Golden Crystal, and a Whip Scorpion, obviously this one's going to be better. But I think for the most part, like in a general aspect, I would prefer the first special ant that we talked about. During the battle, greatly increases skill damage dealt by Fair Ant Squad, or reduces normal attack damage. See, now this is insane. Skill damage is special ant damage, which is where most of your damage comes from. Why is this one skill damage and everything else is normal attack? Like, even guards was normal attack. I get shooters because of Godzilla, Nimble Treant, Wise Berserkers, but why is this one skill damage? You should roll for more ants. Who are you? Nah, Willie, they're not making carriers unstoppable. They just put in 2 good counters for shooter ants, depending on the situation. It's just, I don't understand why this skill is skill damage. Like, okay, it cuts my normal attack damage down by 50%, but it boosts, like at max skill, 50%, but it boosts my skill damage up 75%. And that's insane because damage is multiplicative to attack. It doesn't fit the theme, and this doesn't seem fair. And I'm a carrier main. I prefer carriers. It just doesn't seem fair. It doesn't sound right. Oh, okay. Dodge rate plus 25%. Garbage! Alright, that makes me feel better. Alright, not liking this ant nearly as much anymore. Okay, good. Good. Oh my good golly gosh. Imagine this being 100%. Rachel, I don't know if I agree carriers are getting nerfed. I just don't know if I like the way that they're developing them, because to increase or decrease normal attack and damage is not nearly as appealing as increasing special ant damage. Even the way you build insects is to explicitly build X, Y, and Z. It's not to do one thing or another. But this is insane. 2, 4, and 6, you just insta get that skill. I mean, Shikari Master goes from, you know, Shikari Master goes from 30%, 30%, to 100%. And the first time it launches, it gets a boost of damage. Right? Because 42% skill damage, assume it's 50% at 0-star level 50, maybe 60%. So you get 60% skill damage, multiplicative to attack, and you get 100% chance to activate it. Oh, during the battle. This isn't even the first 3 rounds. This is consistent. What the heck? Like, stable posture basically eliminates your need to spread your genetics across 3 areas for carriers. But skill 5 is dodge, so like, is it that good? Attack and defense, combat speed, variant health. %. %. 25%. I mean, skill 5 is dodge. That is not very significant to me. But skill 2, increasing the damage, and then skill 8, guaranteeing, and it's not a triggered ability. Like, even if this special ant, you need to understand, is a silence or a disable, stops a triggered ability, right? Where it says, you know, after a normal attack has 70% chance to deal this. That's a triggered ability, right? This is a passive. It will always happen. It doesn't show up in your battle reports, right? When you look at a battle report, it doesn't show up inside of them as like an activation skill, right? Which is why some of them don't have, you know, more than 20. Some of them don't have more than 12, because it's a passive skill that always happens. So even if that special ant is silenced, you will always get the increase in special ant damage, and you'll get the increase in, or 100% capability. The special ant is all passive abilities, no DPS, but it has the potential to improve the DPS of your other 2 special ants to a degree that it can just be a front ant and take that damage, but give the passive abilities and distance from getting silenced. Yeah, I agree, Ton. It's still insane, but I agree. Dodge definitely makes it way worse. Dodge is very bad. But like those two skills should not be on the same special ant. Not at all. This looks like Nimble Tree Ant. What? Has a 50% chance to deal 90% damage to 2 random enemy squads, reducing their attack and defense by 30% for 2 rounds. There's no prep either. And it doesn't say it can't be stacked. So you could go 50% then 25%. Interesting. Okay, healing is awful. All right, so I'm not in love with this special ant, so that makes me feel a lot better. Wild. Oh, I need to hatch some special ants. Solid driver ant there. Solid jack jumper. Perfect, just what I wanted. Awesome. Banshee Velvet. Perfect. Willie, that depends on investment. Like, GT's Awaken has made him very relevant again, but Dusky Lurker at 5-star is pretty insane. That's like way too hard to put like a generic yes or no on. No, Banshee Velvet is awful. I just pulled 3 awful ants across 2 accounts. It was like a sarcastic perfect. I don't even know what I'm doing on this account. Cannot lie. Yeah, no, sorry to crush your dreams, but Banshee Velvet is not good. For those that don't know, Mimicry Master's Awakening doesn't matter until you're level 20. Which is why I'm going to level 20, even though this account's a shooter main. I missed Peng Leon yesterday, so, you know, that's awesome. Sorry. I have not been very active. Very unfortunate, but it's the reality of life. They killed it completely, you know. Peng Leon, or Banshee Velvet's like an awful special ant now. It's a shame, but useless to get. Very good at unlocking skill, you know, skill 7 or 6 because it's one copy. Like, but very bad otherwise, unfortunately. Banshee Velvet used to be something. Used to be very relevant. I can't wait till I get enough fodder to 11 star this. Just waiting on fodder and then I'm gonna have an 11 star. My first one. My very first 11 star. Combat Ant. I already have an 11 star Locust. Yeah. Very true, Tan. Wait for Baron. What alliance or what server are you in, Owen? What server are you in? Uh, if you just got out of Lost Island. If you pop in and it says Barren Lands is up and available, do not do Lost Island. If it does not say, like, if it has like a countdown to Barren Lands and it's less than what is it, like 20 days, 21 days, because you have to have 17 days on island plus 7, so that's 23 plus, you know, 4 days. So if it's less than 27 days, do not do Lost Island. If you have more than 27 days until Barren Wasteland, feel free. But if it is less than 27 days, do not do Lost Island. Yeah, of course. I am here to help at all times. Even with how busy I am, just to throw that out there, even with all the work, I still respond to DMs. I still respond when tagged. I may not be as fast as I used to be because I'm working, you know, 70 to 80 hours a week right now, but I am giving it a conscious effort to check any pings, check my DMs at least 3 times a day. Like, I am doing my very best to be as helpful as I can still. So don't feel guilty, don't feel bad pinging me. Just to throw that out there. Of course. If I want my community to be helpful and knowledgeable, like they are, my community is awesome. I am so lucky to have them, right? But if that's what I expect from my community, then I need to be willing to be that person for my community as well, right? Lead by example. There's like that great picture. You can, you know, there's a difference between a leader and a boss. A boss is sitting at the table, commanding his workers to work with a whip, and a leader is sitting or pulling with them, showing them how to do it. I wholeheartedly believe in that, and I just want to be the best leader I can. And I have a feeling you could buy my house and everything else I own. So, like, you can be whatever you want to be, feller. Whatever you want to be. Sounds great. Like, I don't know what you want me to say for you. I mean, Tan, that's okay. You're here talking in my chat. You're watching my videos. Patreon's completely optional, and I try to respect people the same way. I obviously, like, right now, I don't have as much time, so I, you know, respond to my Patreons before I respond to anyone else. But, you know, like, it doesn't matter if you're a Patreon or not. I'm still going to share knowledge and still treat you with respect. All I ask is for someone to be a member of the community and share knowledge and be willing to communicate and not be negative. Patreon is just a way to say, like, I don't know. I was asked to make it. I didn't even think about making it myself. T10 shooter. You should pick whatever troop you want by the time you're T8, and you should stick with that path at all costs, no matter what. Are you free to play or pay to win? Ohan, are you free to play or pay to win? Then you should be going for Atlas Beetle. And you should be going for that new purple insect as the 9-star. Hopefully you got them from the anniversary event. Have a great night, Willie. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Sleep well. You as well. And then just to make sure you're aware, right? When you go here, you can select all quick star up, and then you can just have a bunch of this new insect. You can make multiple of them. So if you weren't aware of that feature, it's there. But I'll be switching my grapevine to it as soon as possible. Correct. Yep. Your oranges should be going towards Atlas, and your purples should be going towards the new insect. Soapberry bug. Good. Wait, you should prioritize the 11 star locust, of course. As I've preached in as many videos as I can. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Mom, about pay to lose, but I do have the second year anniversary animated skin for completing all the tasks. You know, that's all I have to say about that. I do have the animated pay to win frame for completing all the tasks. That sounds rough, Mom. That sounds really rough. See, I only spend the $10 a week, and I'm not even doing it this Lost Island because we're not staying. But I only spend the $10 a week. And, you know, I have Golden Crystal 5-star, Leaf Devour 5-star. Well, yeah, I had to get the frame, Mom. Look, I justified it in my head somehow. Don't ask me how, I don't know. But I justified it in my head, and I think the pink goes well with my logo. You should go Scorpion. Crab offers nothing additional that Scorpion isn't better at. Because Crab is for, like, defense, and you shouldn't be doing defense. Thank you, Mom. Sweet dreams, Mom. Thanks for stopping by. Love you. All right, you guys. I think Mom's right about the bedtime. It's 1:10 here in the morning. I appreciate you all stopping by. Sorry for such a late stream. I was in a lot of pain, and didn't want to be like in a poor behavior, or poor attitude. This morning when, or this evening when I came on, I waited for my pain meds to come, kick in. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. Those reviewing this, I'm sorry I didn't stream earlier. I understand that everyone thought I was going to, but you know, real life happens. Otherwise, you guys know how we do it when we do it over here. You can catch me in the YouTube comments. I try to respond as fast as possible, but sometimes I only get one push notification. or you can catch me on Discord. I do try to respond to all tags, all DMs. However, I am working 70 to 80 hours a week right now, so please have patience. Or, worst case scenario, you can catch me in server 248. Until next time, y'all, stay humble, stay happy, stay hungry. Bye, y'all.